Kirk's political expression. Also, following the press conference, I am filing a notice of intent to seek the death penalty. I do not take this decision lightly, and it is a decision I have made independently as county attorney, based solely on the available evidence and circumstances and nature of the crime. Because we are seeking the death penalty, the defendant will continue to be held without bail in the Utah County Jail. Turning to the 10-page information, these are the allegations. On September 10th, 2025, at approximately 12:23 p.m., Charlie Kirk was shot and killed while speaking to a large crowd on the campus of Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah.
Welcome in,
Police
everyone.
found the suspected murder weapon,
Welcome in.
a bolt-action .30-06 rifle, nearby. Over the next approximately 33 hours, police conducted a manhunt for the shooter until the evening of September 11th, 2025, when Tyler James Robinson surrendered to police at the Washington County Sheriff's Office.
That part, Jay.
DNA consistent with Robinson was found on the rifle's trigger.
I have a sticker for that.
After shooting Mr. Kirk, Robinson hid the gun, discarded the clothing he wore when he fired the rifle, and told his roommate to delete incriminating text messages and not talk to police. Children were present at the time of the shooting. The shooting. Turning Point USA, a nonprofit organization founded in 2012 by Charlie Kirk, organized a public outdoor event to be held at noon on September 10th, 2025 at UVU. The event was the first in a series of similar events to be held at college campuses nationwide. Mr. Kirk is
Chaos, he said he's seeking the unalive penalty.
Famous for these type of events where he discusses various political issues and debates with audience members. His events and comments have garnered a significant number of supporters and drawn the ire of many who disagree with his political views. The event at UVU was announced far in advance and garnered significant publicity and interest. Consequently, several hundred people attended. Mr. Kirk was interacting with a crowd before
Welcome in, everyone. Tap the screen.
Got underway.
Tap the screen to all the
Then
good
at
things.
approximately noon, Mr. Kirk seated himself under a portable canopy behind a table and microphone.
They already
Began
went over the
speaking to
charges,
crowd filled
and
with
he's pushing
questions
for
from
the death
attendees,
penalty.
a format Mr. Kirk commonly used at his events. Mr. Kirk allowed his questioners to approach a microphone positioned directly in front of him. Mr. Kirk's team members were very close to him on his right and
It
left,
was lax.
as well as some behind his canopy and others at various close locations near him. The large crowd surrounded Mr. Kirk on three sides. Temporary metal fencing separated attendees from Mr. Kirk by only a matter of feet. Directly above and behind Mr. Kirk was the UVU Hall of Flags, an indoor walkway spanning several hundred feet with floor-to-ceiling glass windows which overlooked the plaza where Mr. Kirk was seated. People were in the walkway at the time of the shooting. Approximately 15 minutes into the event, Mr. Kirk was answering a question about mass shootings by transgender individuals.
Thank you, Chaos. Thank you,
when a
Jordan. Thank you,
gunshot
Erica. Thank you,
rang
Emma.
out.
Thank you, Sky.
The
Thank you,
bullet
Lena.
struck Mr. Kirk in the neck. He slumped to the ground almost immediately. The bullet's trajectory passed closely to several other individuals beside Mr. Kirk, including the questioner who was standing directly in front of Mr. Kirk. Children were visible near Mr. Kirk's stage when he was shot. Mr. Kirk was rushed to a nearby hospital where he was declared deceased. The medical examiner's report is still pending.
Didn't realize he would give the full review.
UVU surveillance. So at the moment of the shot, a UVU police officer was watching the crowd from an elevated vantage point. As soon as he heard the shot, he began to scan the area for threats. Believing the shot came from a rifle because of its sound, he looked for potential sniper positions. He noted a roof area approximately 160 yards away from Mr. Kirk as a potential shooting position and rushed there to look for evidence. The suspected shooting position is adjacent to an open, publicly accessible walkway. To access the suspected location, a person must climb
God damn it. Why are you lagging? Hold on.
over a railing and then drop to the roof only slightly below. The having lain on the roof, impressions in the gravel potentially left by the elbows, knees, and feet of a person in a prone shooting position. Police reviewed surveillance from the
Thank you,
camera
Marks.
covering the roof and discovered that it recorded an individual.
The fucking ad. Hold on. Because it's not window capture, it's not allowing me to skip through it, which is kind of freaking annoying. But I got y'all. I got y'all. I'll just play it from here. There it is. Not saying anything substantial. Thank y'all for knocking out the gift goal. Tell me why I just pressed the skip button. Oh, it's back. There we go.
This discovery led to an intensive review of UVU surveillance recordings to attempt to track and identify the suspect. Surveillance revealed the following. At approximately 11:51 a.m., the suspect entered campus from the north. He is seen wearing a black shirt with an American flag in the center, a dark baseball cap, and large sunglasses. Throughout the surveillance, the suspect
Thank you all
keeps
again
his
for the
head
gifts.
down and rarely raises his head enough to get a clear image of his face. As he proceeds across the campus, he is seen walking with an unusual gait. The suspect walks with very little bending in his right leg, consistent with a rifle being hidden in his pants. This
Diabolical.
unusual gait continues until the suspect is seen crossing the railway off the open walkway and onto the roof, where he leaves the camera's view. A camera later captures the suspect
can't hear
as
what?
he runs across the roof to the suspected shooting position.
Oh, that's old.
Immediately after the shot was fired, a camera captures the suspect running across the roof carrying an item whose shape is consistent with
Hi, Angel. We're waiting to get to the new
suspect
evidence
is then
part.
seen climbing
They're just
down from the
recapping every little
appeared to
freaking
drop the
detail.
item he was
Um,
carrying
and
as
then
he
the
hits
first
the
minute or
ground
two
in
was just
controlled
him
fall.
slurping up,
Then
you know,
picks up the item and
terrible
runs toward the
event,
northeast
typical stuff.
end of campus. Expanded crime scene investigation. Law enforcement officers followed the suspect's escape path to the northeast end of campus, where they believe the suspect left campus and entered a wooded area. In that wooded area, investigators found a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a towel. The rifle contained one spent round and 3 unspent rounds. This is consistent with the facts officers observed at the time of and immediately after the shootings. No shell casings were found on the roof, suggesting a bolt action rather than an auto-loading weapon, and only a single round was fired. Each round in the rifle contained an etched inscription as follows.
Exactly, Kai.
Fired cartridge.
Kai said the wind was blowing at
Was
12 miles
etched,
an hour.
no
The
type
clouds
was
are slightly
filled.
parted. Can you get to the new info? Damn.
OWO, what's this? The second cartridge.
And they still don't know what that means, by the way. Like, they don't know.
Not spent. The last 3 were not spent, were not fired. The second, "Hey Fascist," catch with arrow symbols. The third cartridge, "Oh Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao, Ciao Ciao." The fourth cartridge, "If you read this, you are gay, LMAO."
It's kind of funny every time they
rifle,
have to say it.
ammunition rounds, and towel were sent for forensic processing. DNA consistent with defendant was found on the trigger, other parts of the rifle, the fired cartridge casing, 2 of the 3 unfired cartridges, and the towel. Law enforcement was unable to immediately locate the shooter, so they published photos of the shooter from the UVU surveillance cameras and asked for the public's help to identify him. Meanwhile, law enforcement continued to try to identify the shooter through other means. The Washington County investigation. On the evening of September 11th, 2025, as law enforcement continued their investigation,
Oh, they're doing
Tyler
the full
James
recap.
Robinson went to the Washington County Sheriff's Office with his parents and a family friend.
This could be
turn
good for some
himself
people.
in. Robinson's mother stated that the following to police. On September 11th, 2025, the day after the shooting, Robinson's mother saw the photo of the shooter in the news and thought the shooter looked like her son. Robinson's mother called her son and asked him where he was. He said
Did
he
not know
was at
this
home
part.
sick and that he had also been at homesick on September 10th. Robinson's mother expressed concern to her husband that the suspect shooter looked like Robinson. Robinson's father agreed. Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented.
Oh, because the
Stated
mother
that
did state
Robinson
this.
began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father.
This
who
is
have
information
very
that he
different
told them?
political views.
He
In one
volunteered this
conversation
information to
before
them?
the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding an event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. Robinson's father reported that when his wife showed him the surveillance image of the suspected shooter in the news, he agreed that it looked like their son. He also believed that the rifle that police suspected the shooter used matched a rifle that was given to his son as a gift.
Oh,
As a result, Robinson's father contacted his son and asked him to send a photo of the rifle. Robinson did not respond. However, Robinson's father spoke on the phone with Robinson. Robinson implied that he planned to take his own life. Robinson's parents were able to convince him to meet at their home. As they discussed the situation, Robinson implied that he was the shooter and stated that he couldn't go to jail and just wanted to end it. When asked why he
Thank you,
did
Shauna.
that,
Thank you,
Robinson
Marks.
explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate. They talked about Robinson turning himself in and convinced Robinson to speak with a family friend who is a retired deputy sheriff. At Robinson's father's request, the family
Why did
friend
the
met
parents
with
highlight
Robinson and his parents and convinced Robinson
that
to
he was
turn himself
pro-gay and pro-trans?
The family friend spoke to police and reported telling Robinson.
I know that's a
that it
MAGA
would
thing
be
to do,
best if he brought
but it's
all
kind of
evidence
weird.
with him to the sheriff's office to avoid police having to search his parents' home. The friend also asked Robinson if he had any clothes that were related to what he did. Robinson replied.
Thank you guys for
that he
knocking out the gift goal.
disposed
Thank you,
of the
Danielle. Thank you,
clothes
Carl.
in different areas. The roommate. Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson.
Based off
The
of
roommate
what?
told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting, and he did provide those messages to police. On September 10th, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found
There's
a
the note.
photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson, "I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle.
I want to see the text.
still. To be honest, I had hoped to
I want to
keep
see the
this
text.
secret till I
I'm not
died
doubting
in
it, but I want to see
rage.
the text.
I am sorry to involve you." Roommate,
My love is
"You
diabolical.
weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry." Roommate, "I thought they caught the person." Robinson, "No, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering." Roommate, "Why?" Robinson, "Why did I do it?" Roommate, "Yeah." Robinson, "I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am
Thank you,
able to
Tigger.
grab
Thank you,
my rifle
Danielle.
unseen, I will
Thank
have
you, Ferret.
left no evidence.
Thank you, Margs. Damn. Thank you, Alma.
Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it." Roommate, "How long have you been planning this?" Robinson, "A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it." Robinson again, "I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDEK if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man?
And the partner didn't immediately report them to the police?
Was the rifle wrapped in a towel? Remember how
They're having this exchange. You are talking to a schmurder at this point.
Mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke all right. I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos
Thank you,
of
Amy.
the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling.
Keep tapping the screen, y'all.
Not answering.
Tap the screen, share out the live.
Robinson,
Send your heart me
since
do all the
Trump
good things.
got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you
Thank
are
God for the
all
gifts.
I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. The search for Robinson's residence. Police executed a search warrant on Robinson's residence.
He's reading this
During
weird,
that search,
but okay.
Police discovered a shell casing with etchings like the etchings found on the shells in the rifle near UVU. Police also found several target boards with bullet holes in Robinson's home. Now, as I stated in the beginning, when I read those allegations, these are allegations. And like the evidence set forth in this statement, those allegations, what you've heard from the media,
Thank you, Hazy.
even from state and federal officials, has not been tested in the crucible of a jury trial. I understand the public's desire to know the facts. My own family members have pressed me for information. Why are we reluctant to share the details of the investigation itself
Thank you, Tigger.
and comment on the case? Because I want to ensure a fair and impartial.
Oh, he's really reading from script.
I became a prosecutor because of my love for the ideals of this great country and the principles embedded in our Constitution. The free exchange of ideas and opinions is critical to this great American experiment, but so too are the protections afforded to the accused found in the Fifth and Sixth Amendments. The right against self-incrimination, the right to a speedy and public trial, the right to the effective assistance of counsel, the right to confront one's accusers, and the right to compel the attendance of witnesses. And perhaps most importantly, under our Constitution, the accused is presumed innocent until we, the state, prove to an impartial jury of defendant's peers his guilt beyond.
Nah, that white boy guilty.
That jury cannot rely on our allegations,
That motherfucker's guilty.
on what they hear in the news, or on what they hear from a public official. The jury
Valid.
is the sole trier of fact, and they will ultimately determine those facts based on evidence a trial judge has these.
Jordan said, "This is not good for us generally. MAGA will win the narrative war with this one."
Again,
Versus how many
prosecutors
Assimilation Nations on their side in hate crimes?
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
What?
But make no mistake, we welcome this burden. I'd like to now introduce my trial team who will be charged with prosecuting the case. This is a veteran and expert team of some of the state's best trial attorneys. Chad Grunander.
I want to make this abundantly clear.
One
Left
of
or
my
not,
chief
this
deputies,
Assimilation Nation was a problem.
Ryan McBride.
I could care less what side he's on.
David Sturgill.
At the end of the day, he wasn't black.
on the far right there.
But yeah, this is still a problem.
And those two were very much.
And this will all be tried in court.
Preparing search
So we'll see.
warrants, did a phenomenal job, worked day and night to see that accomplished well after he was, Robinson was taken into custody. Also, Lauren Hunt, she is one of our special victims.
Arrow person, this is not
And Chris Ballard.
right on right crime, allegedly. This is white on white crime,
Be handling motions.
specifically. Verified, valid.
I'm going to explain just the procedural steps. We're not a grand jury. We don't have
Thank
a
you,
grand
Chaos.
jury
Thank you, Robert.
system like the federal courts do. It's a preliminary hearing system. So the arrest and filing of the criminal information are merely the first steps in the criminal justice process.
Not confirmed, Chris.
Today at 3 p.m., the defendant will appear before a judge in the Utah 4th District Court.
Here's the problem with all the Groyper allegations.
Be informed of the
Again,
charges.
there's so many things here where I'll just leave it up to. He's a white boy. It doesn't matter if he was on the left, right?
The
They
hearing
still
will be
participate in things like dark humor, like the bulge thing.
virtually via WebEx. This
Like-
is not unusual.
That doesn't exempt him from
All
being
felony
left.
First appearances for defendants who are in custody are held virtually. A link to that hearing is available for media on the Utah State Courts X account at Utah State Courts. Now, following defendant's first appearance, he will be entitled to a preliminary hearing. At that hearing, the state will be required to show probable cause that defendant committed the crimes. The purpose of the preliminary hearing is not to determine guilt, but simply to assure the court that the prosecution has enough evidence to proceed to trial. If a judge finds probable cause and binds the case over for trial, an arraignment hearing will be held. At that hearing, a judge will again inform defendant of the charges against him.
Heather, they were not given an
requiring him to
official
enter a plea to each charge.
motive from Tyler
The
Robinson
next
because
step-
he's shown
the
to
next
be
step following the
uncooperative.
arraignment is an opportunity
They're
for the parties to
basically
file
stating any
relevant
motive, which would
motions
be assessed
and
by
then
us, the
ultimately
people,
the
and
trial itself.
officials, via the
This
texts,
case
via the
has
statements from the
generated a
family,
tremendous amount of
so on and so
interest
forth.
across
He is
the
not
nation
cooperating
and
with
even
them.
the world. The public's desire for information is understandable, but it bears reiterating that this case will be tried in a court of law consistent with our Constitution, not the court of public opinion. Thus, we will only discuss the case with the press.
No, he can't say he's a Democrat because he's not. Because there is a difference between Democrats and many people on the left, which the right doesn't know. We internally know. There's a monumental difference between Democrats and other portions of the left.
Before I conclude, I want to express my appreciation for the tireless work of our local, state, and federal.
Keep tapping the screen. There's 395 people in here. Let's get the likes up to 50K. 50K. Better yet, fuck that. 75K. Let's get this information out to as much people as we possibly can, because up to this point, this is the facts of the case. We're not going to rhetoric. These are the facts of the case.
It was truly a marvel to witness. Their skilled work and dedication have brought us to this point. I'm also grateful for the leadership demonstrated by Bo Mason.
How did
the
I direct people
Commissioner
off the
of Utah
platform?
Department
What?
of Public Safety, FBI Special Agent in Charge Rob Bowles, Utah County Sheriff Mike Smith, our local police chiefs, and Felice John Vitti, the acting U.S. Attorney for the District of Utah. I'm also grateful for the support of our governor, Spencer Cox.
That's not true, TJ. He did have some digital footprints. Kash Patel testified today that they're looking into a Discord group gaming chat in a Senate hearing. They're looking into a gaming chat that he was in, where people may have known that he did the deed.
Brandon Gordon and Skylar Beltran. They too have pledged to assist with the resources needed to successfully prosecute this case. I will now take a few questions.
For questions, ladies and gentlemen, just really fast, if you could identify yourself and what organization.
Okay.
Your investigation uncover any individuals that may have known about this shooting in advance?
They are still looking into it. It's an undergoing investigation.
So is that a possibility?
They haven't ruled that out.
Mr. Gray?
Yes, TJ, Discord. I don't know about Steam. Discord was specifically mentioned.
I don't have that information.
Emily Anderson Stern, Salt Lake Tribune. I know, acknowledging that you made this decision to pursue the death penalty independently, did you hear at all from the Trump administration or Governor Cox's administration as you were working on these charges?
There's no YouTube logo.
I talked to officials from both administrations, but I was not pressured to make a decision. I understood their feelings on it because it
Oh,
was
that
in
wouldn't
the
count.
news,
That wouldn't count. That thing there wouldn't
but we
count.
didn't really
It's when you
discuss
talk
that.
about it.
Mr. Gray, the FBI director, sir.
Any indication that transgender issues played a role in the motivations for this shooting?
I'm going to stick to what I just
Transgender
stated in my
issues played a
public,
role in the motivation? What?
in our information. I think that is pretty much set forth there.
Mr. Gray, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News. Just asking, are you planning to file additional charges against anyone else in connection with this?
Again, we don't have any information at this point of additional suspects, but I know that our law enforcement agencies are continuing to follow leads.
Mr. Gray, the FBI director today said that you are, quote, or that other people, a number of people are being investigated and interrogated. So
Thank you, Raleigh.
it seems that there are people who might be up for possible
Yeah,
charges.
I'm not-
Do you
I'm not-
believe that the suspect was a lone wolf, or could this be part of a?
I can't comment on that. I'm not aware of all their investigation. I just know that these agencies are.
Yeah, the
continuing
FBI would
to
have different stuff
investigate this
from
case and follow
the
all
state.
leads.
ABC Times would like to know, how does this possibly interface with any federal charges?
That's up to the feds.
Thank you, Kelsey.
They
Thank you,
have different
Ghirardelli.
charges, and they're
Thank you,
reviewing
Kimberly.
the evidence, and
Thank you,
after
Marks.
they review the evidence and the law, they could file charges, but I'm not privy to exactly what they're looking at.
Dennis, have faith with the BBC. You spoke a lot about text messages with the roommate. The governor previously said the roommate is cooperating, but could we see charges against the roommate?
Again, I'm not prepared to answer that question.
Mr. Gray, versus Murders, is it unusual to cite a political motivation as an aggravating circumstance?
It's part of our code, and so we charge that.
And Mr. Gray, Jim Suak with KUTV, for those that aren't of a legal mind.
Hi, Tara.
Is this a confession, the text messages? Is that legally a confession? And is he cooperating since he's been taken into custody?
Ultimately, a judge will determine that at trial.
And cooperate.
Your AI is only as
Oh,
smart
for
as your
fuck's
prompt.
sake.
And
Hold on. Let me get y'all the sound. And this ad is sorting itself out.
I am not aware of that information. It's, again, still under investigation.
And has he expressed any remorse so far about this?
I am not going to comment on that.
Is he continuing to not cooperate?
I am not going to comment on that.
Mr. Gray, the FBI director has been way out in front in terms of presenting evidence to the public.
There we go.
Your team has been very, very measured in what they've let out. Has that hampered your investigation and the build-up to this?
Well, as attorneys, we typically like to control that information to preserve an impartial jury and
Thank you,
fair
Chris.
trial.
So it hasn't made it much easier.
Ex- Excuse me? I don't have that information.
Can you tell us more about what the family may have said in interviews? His mother?
What the family said is what I provided.
Mr. Gray, do you anticipate that the defense will try to get this trial moved out of Utah County, and how will you respond to that?
From where?
From Utah County?
That the defense will be from Utah County?
Well, that they will try to get the trial moved.
The venue moved.
I couldn't predict what they're going to do.
Is there any evidence to suggest that the timing of the shot and the question that was asked about mass shootings transgender, is that more than coincidence?
That will be for a jury to decide.
Mr. Gray, are you confident that the roommate had no part of this attack whatsoever?
Again, I'm not going to comment on the evidence.
But the evidence so far, does it show any involvement?
Again, I'm not going to comment on other than the facts that or the evidence that we've gathered so far.
Does the mention of the DNA here in the press conference jeopardize his right to a fair trial?
I don't believe so. This is part of a public document that we have to file as we file a criminal information. We have to file a probable cause statement. That's a public document, and so we're comfortable with that.
Are his parents and the roommate still cooperating?
I'm not going to comment on that either.
Well, we know they are. The roommate specifically.
What else can you share about that?
I can't share any more than what I've already said.
This was an incredibly precise shot. Do you have any evidence that he went places to practice or had practiced movements before the shooting that's given you insight into how he prepared?
The evidence that I'm willing to share is what I just read in our statement, and it's in the
I'm
information.
afraid we're going to have to cut it off there.
Okay.
If you could just answer, did you consult Erica Kirk about seeking the death penalty?
I'm not going to comment on that.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting. Is that it? Didn't he say his team was about to comment? Or am I tripping? Didn't he mention having a different branch who was supposed to speak? Huh. Fascinating.
I think all of you, you all know that the charges will be available
Hello?
online. We're in the final stages
Hey.
of processing that, and they'll be available on the Utah
I'm up
County
here, but you're
website,
fully
as well as on
frozen.
the
I think I
Utah
need to
County
go away and
Attorney's
come back.
website. So look for them there. Thank you.
I'm showing fine on my end. Oh, I think it's over, yo. Let me wait a little bit, but I think it's over. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Alrighty. That was that was wild. That was a lot. And that motherfucker was crazy. So I want to start off by saying this, guys. I do not play when it comes to misinformation and conspiracies. I think those conversations are perfectly fine in your own time and stuff, but it is important to stay stuck on and focus on the facts of the matter of the case as they have been presented to us. It's perfectly fine to have your suspicions, but can we not go down crazy lanes, especially not on this goddamn platform? But yeah, go ahead, Martina. Oh, not on here. I'm about to I'm gonna put it up on YouTube right after we end the live. I'm gonna upload this so you guys can go back and watch the actual one. You can watch the one where I did it with the commentary. It's totally up to y'all. Of course you approve my appeal because I didn't direct people off the platform, TikTok. Fuck you. NT cases. Yeah, so essentially quick rundown for those of you who may have missed it. The important details of this information is more specifics about what the family members said. However, the specifics were not super loaded. Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault because I muted the whole mic. Martina, can you repeat what you said to the people?
Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I probably 100% already forgot what I said.
Shit, it's all good. But yeah, quick rundown. The text exchanges was basically the biggest new piece of information that we got. And there's other little details here and there. But the text exchanges was the biggest part. And if the text exchanges are correct, these are direct text messages between Tyler Robinson and his roommate, who, based off the text messages, is confirmed to be his lover. They basically text exchanged for the whole thing, or just about the whole thing. So that's where it was confirmed to where Tyler Robinson was calling him my love. And let's be real, I don't know of a lot of men that address other men as my love in a platonic cisgender way, or not cisgender, heterosexual way. So I think that tells that. I still don't understand where the information comes from of the roommate being transgender, but at the same time, I don't get to police that, right? Maybe it's a new phenomenon. Maybe it's something they're going to transition into, and they just look full straight cis het male right now, which happens, right? Yeah.
Is my love in the, because a lot of what this dude has said, and even what was on the shell casings, a lot of it is like deep internet culture. So I think that's been my big question this whole time, is how much of this reads one way to us, but is actually from deep internet culture? Because what I've seen is that he was radicalized on the deep web, was a statement from his family.
Correct.
And the question becomes, what side of the deep web and how much of this is coming out of people reading it wrong? Like, hey, catch this fascist is a alt-right meme wars thing. So that becomes, I think, are we interpreting
Thank you, Hazy.
Their written words in
Thank you,
the
Linz.
brain rot culture that they come from, if that makes sense?
I think it's safe to assess that, and this is my thing. This is why I do believe a lot of the information. This is why I'm not running down with they're lying about this person being left, because that's kind of crazy. We're talking about white men here, right? these are people participating in very dark areas of the internet. I'm not saying exclusive to white men, but I'm saying predominantly, right? These are people who could be on the left and maybe vote this way or align with this ideology, but then still participate in many aspects of dark humor, especially when we talk about the gaming industry and gaming chat lobbies, so on and so forth, in which case nothing's really off limits to those people. They laugh about it, including laughing about your own affections or leanings towards someone who's transgender, but still making jokes about a bulge. That's their whole thing. And based off of what we heard, if it's correct, right? So far, it's allegedly. If it's correct, that is his partner and his lover, and that's their thing, and they were very secluded for a reason, because of the family member, because of being Mormon, because of the area that he grew up in and was raised in, and people he hung around. So it makes perfect fucking sense for me, for him to have that life in private and then make these jokes on online lobbies and whatnot. But
yeah, I have no idea. Like the amount of brain rot culture that I have learned about in the last week is more than I think I ever wanted to have to learn about brain rot culture. And there's still, I'm barely scratching the surface.
That's correct, Margs. You're correct, Martina. But that's correct, Margs. I believe it was roughly 10 minutes away from their parents that they lived. What gets me about the text is y'all had this exchange for so long, that whole time. Like, if I I don't know, if I had a partner and they text me that shit, my immediate thing is, you're going to jail, you're cooked. Let me go ahead and exit this conversation, go straight to the police. Just me. Just me. Just me. They have a different love for each other, I guess. You best believe you're not getting my fucking ass arrested, and then they try to say because of my text exchanges with you that I'm guilty too. Fuck that. What are we talking about? You're cooked. Goodbye. I'll grieve in therapy and find a new partner. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Hell no.
What did he say? Did he say he did it in the text messages?
Yeah, basically he was talking about putting away the weapon. He was talking about when I see the thing I inscripted on the bullets on the news, I would DIE. Like the entire text exchange was them essentially confirming that he did it, and then the partner just going back and forth with them, asking questions. No, you didn't. Blah blah blah. Denial. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty diabolical, y'all.
I was looking for the transcript and I can't find one.
I guess that wouldn't be out right now, unless you do the transcripts on YouTube from the live itself. That would be the only quickly available ones that we would have ready. Let's see what we have here. What's going on, Unscripted? What are your thoughts?
Hello. I started writing a piece earlier. The mental gymnastics they are doing to divert from the fact that it is white men is just, they would rather focus on everything else than white men. And I don't know. To me, that text exchange sounds like Gen X speak, but that's just me. I don't know the deep web and stuff that Martina is talking about as much. Like, yeah, I'm old. But no, it's just the fact that they would focus on queerness, trans, mental health, all of those things, time and time again, and get away with it. We can't let the spin carry on like this.
Well, hold on. We can't say it's a spin when the motivation clearly was an aspect of gender identity. Right? That's the difference. Like, it's not spinning, considering the text exchanges, considering the partner, considering what they admitted themselves.
Mm-hmm. And I get that.
And that doesn't demonize, to be clear, that doesn't demonize the trans community at all. And at the end of the day, even the trans partner, allegedly, in this scenario, did not support this, did not agree with this. This person is just fucking unhinged. This person just felt the need to white knight the situation and cause the harm that they did. This in no way, shape, or form reflects badly on the trans community.
Absolutely. And it is going to. How people are going to read
it's
this.
going to put, absolutely. Yes. No denying that. 6,000%.
We are so much more likely to be victims of crime than the perpetrators of it. And so we need to kind of steer it back. Regardless of the motivations, still white man.
Yeah, 6,000%.
Yeah. But I would like to chill up here while I have my smoke and stuff. May I?
Say that again?
Yeah, just chill up here for a little while.
Yeah, I was planning to keep the panel small. We're not going to be live for much longer, but that's fine. Who's this person? Underinformed. What are your thoughts?
Hey, the previous speaker was talking about the way that this like relates to the trans community and all of that, and the person before that was talking about the deep web stuff, and I just wanted to throw in a little point that I see some of the other commenters mentioning about Groypers, which is a group of very disturbed deep web folks who, as weird as it sounds, they're very far right wing and also have a weird obsession with trans people. Like, they are weirdly inclusive of, in a very fucked up way, trans people. And so I do think that the previous commenter's point that, like, deflecting onto the trans nature of the shooter's roommate, whether that's true or not, and anything to do with the transness or not of anybody involved in this is a big distraction from the fact that this is a yet another right-wing male white act of political violence. Like that's the through line here. It's white boys killing white boys. I feel like that is the takeaway. That's my thoughts.
What I was saying. You just said it in white.
Yes, that I pretty much. I was just trying to echo, that as someone who isn't learning about all this weird deep web shit from the past week, but someone who has been around and seen and known about that shit for almost a decade now. You're right on the money. Like, those weirdos are exactly as you said.
6,000%.
Because they have some corner that they call trans maxing, do they not?
Yep.
Where,
it's weird.
Yeah. So like it's they're yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Just for anyone who doesn't know the term transmaxing already, it's basically a very misogynistic route to accepting trans people. Of basically saying that there is no such thing as a woman who can be trusted in any way. So the only way to have women and relationships that involve women in this community's mindset is to have feminine men transition and serve the role of women. That's what transmaxing is all about, is this idea of pushing certain members of their community to transition because they don't want any, like, assigned female at birth women in their space. They want to be,
That's wild. Thank you, Crystals, for the cowboy hats. I appreciate you. What the hell is wrong with people?
Yeah, they're fucking weirdos.
You know that clip of
Sorry,
what Fuentes saying, if you sleep with women, you're GAY?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this comes from the, like, really deep incel culture. It's very strange.
Look at the Bones comment. Fellas, is it gay to like cis woman?
Make it make sense. All right, Matt. I appreciate you coming up.
All right. See ya.
Any other thoughts? We're going to be live for the next 11 minutes, and then I got to go do stuff. So anyone else wants to share their opinions on the topic, you're more than welcome to request up at this time. We just got done watching the updates on the unaliver and the circumstances surrounding it. Basically, I'm gonna say it, and not a lot of people are gonna like it, but I'm gonna say it. But based off of everything that we have, it is confirmed that this person, for certain, had left-leaning views. Undeniable. It is for certain that they had a partner who was allegedly transitioning, and that confliction may have played a role in his attacks, his unaliving of Charlie Kirk. Regardless of that, the transgender partner does not co-sign or agree with this. The FBI and many other agencies, including this guy here, have all reported that they've been cooperative in this investigation. Undeniable. So, there's that.
What was the undeniable part? Sorry, someone in chat just said undeniable.
It is undeniable that the person had some left-leaning views in regards to their attraction and relations with the alleged transgender partner. Even if they're not transgendered, they would then be, if they're two cis men, right, they would be gay. Not that gay is inherently left, but we know it's shunned on the right side. Then there was the fact that he vehemently hated Charlie Kirk. According to his parents, he made several comments about them. He's growing more political, more accepting. The exchanges between him and his partner, they all stated that Charlie Kirk was hateful and that it needed to be stopped one way, so on and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, if Charlie Kirk is, if he's saying Charlie Kirk is hateful, then that's, but there is, the reason why I'm asking is because I think we're still forgetting that the alt-right hates Charlie Kirk.
Exactly.
The alt-right hates Charlie Kirk, and there are trans people who are on the right, and trans maxing is part of the alt-right incel culture. So that's why I'm I don't want to create monoliths, is I guess my one. And I feel like we should maybe have representation on the panel if we're going to make assumptions about someone potentially being trans and dating someone who is trans, and that meaning necessarily that there's policy or politic directly assigned to that.
Yeah, that's valid, because obviously there technically are trans people on the right. That's valid, right? I don't have to understand it, but there's that. So no, it wouldn't directly be an indicator, but for certain this is going to be what they run with. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we get too far down the road, to be perfectly honest, I don't think that the roommate is transgender. I honestly think that it goes into I don't even like this word. I can't stand it. Transmaxing, and also the FEM boys thing, because that is a thing on the super far right, which Nick Fuentes promotes. So I don't think that this guy was on the left. They're trying to paint it that way. They're trying to paint it that way, but I'm trying to tell you, this dude was not on the left. Nick Fuentes and his gropers, hate they hate Charlie Kirk. They called Charlie Kirk a fascist, and they thought that he was too liberal. They think that MAGA is literally liberal. They don't like them at all. And what's happening, in my opinion, not talking about you, Hector, of course, but for people who aren't aware of how Nick Fuentes and his people operate, the gropers, how they operate, it is going to seem like it is on the left. There is a term for this where, because Innuendo actually did a video on this, and a creator up here plays it often. I just can't remember the name, but when I find it, Hector, I'm going to send it to you. They take stuff from the from the left, and they bastardize it. They bastardize it
But they do it like in a subculture kind of way, kind of in a campy way, where people like the general public doesn't know that this shit has secret meanings. There's a word for this. But that's what they're doing. And if you don't know, you don't know. And you're going to be like, yeah, people on the left love transgender people and people on the left hate fascists. You know what I mean? So yeah, he was on the left. It's not, it's deeper than that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part is stupid. And I want to start. Hold on. I
It
want to
is.
say this. Do want to say this because I do think words matter and it is important. So I will apologize for my statements earlier. These things are not directly clear indicators of anyone being left because we understand that the right obviously have their attractions. They're just covered up. We understand that he could have still felt differently about everything else progressive. However, it could have just been different when it came to his attraction. So I will retract those statements and apologize for that. I'm not trying to paint any narrative here, but yeah, I will retract that. Go ahead.
I think
Yeah,
Martina was saying something.
I do agree, and
Oh.
that there's just so much that so much information that we have to sift through to get through to the bare bones of the story. But I mean, trust and believe, you know, we have so many intersections that you cannot safely say, you know, this is a clear indicator of this is a clear indicator of that. And thank you, Hector, for listening, because yeah, I was about to yell in the comments.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Hi, Martina. Hi, Nikita. Hi, guys.
And I want to be clear. When I say like left leanings, it's basically what we associate with the left, because some people can lean left one way and then still very much be right, or at least technically their identification of left is wrong. So I do want to make that clear. But yes, I do not want to spread around any narrative of this person definitively being for the cause when they clearly had several other fucking issues. So yeah, that part is valid.
This person might be just entirely outside of culture. And I think, Erica, what you came up to call out is something that I've been trying to learn more about and call out as well, that I just think it's really hard for us to understand without having a deep internet, dark web, brain rot translator. There's a couple on the app, which is pretty interesting, that I've found. And it's everything that they're doing in that deep incel world. I think where my brain has gone is the radicalization of young people, especially people who are growing up on the internet inside of algorithms designed to radicalize, right? Because they're designed to drive addiction. And so they do create these cult-like mentalities. And that's something that I've had. I wrote a paper about it during my master's degree, a thesis around how these narrow intelligences could wind up splitting society. And it's very interesting to learn more and more about how this is happening to young kids and young men, because this guy probably grew up entirely online.
And we also cannot ignore the fact, because I think that was also abundantly clear throughout this entire thing, that it seemed like the information was purposefully, intentionally released in a certain way to paint a certain narrative. Even though they tried to go, we're just basing everything off of all the facts. I thought it was really interesting how they specifically mentioned the parents said that he was growing more politically left and pro-gay, pro-trans. That was very fucking interesting phrasing from the parents, because I'm like, you would be saying all of this based off of what? Because based off of what they've presented, right? It would be allegedly the partner. The partner would be the only indicator of these things that they're saying. And then the partner, upon seeing the attacks, the vicious attacks on that community, he would have then felt frustrated internally at the rhetoric that Charlie Kirk was spreading that directly harmed said partner, which led to the violence. That's basically what they're trying to put out. And I don't know. That part was definitely fishy. It was very fishy in how they want this framed and what they're going to be doing. Because that's literally all they've been running with.
Yeah, I just think that is it's a lot, and Oh, Heather sent you a video, Hector, that they want you to watch. I think they sent it to your inbox. I'm not sure if it was TikTok or Discord, but
I can't watch things if you send it to me on TikTok while I'm live on
yeah, when
TikTok.
we're live. I just wanted to say that this is I think we've all been saying it, but this is a lot deeper um than many of us know and can even comprehend. Hector and my other friend, who happens, well, two of my friends who happen to be my social media managers. The youngest one, he was like, go for it. But I was told I can't go down rabbit holes. I can't talk about like conspiracies and stuff in public. So, Hector, I'm just going to message you. That's what I decided. That's what I decided. Because this is bigger than some guy not liking Charlie Kirk.
Can you send it to me too, Erica?
I'm just gonna put it in Hector's Discord.
Okay, yay.
Okay.
And everyone's gonna be like 100, and then Hector's gonna be like, I'm a grandpa.
And then he's gonna delete it. Cause no, we don't do that here.
The comments about Nick Fuentes talking shit about Charlie, I'm aware of this, Heather. What exactly is your point here? Because I've seen this.
Fuentes has basically declared war on Charlie Kirk, I think, at a couple of points. Loomer actually called out that Kirk was a problem at one point a few weeks ago, too. Weirdly.
That's what I've heard as well. There are people that are going that basically they're still stuck on the groper route, that this person was a groper, this person did it because of him, that Charlie, Nick Fuentes' words and rhetoric, he was a part of that community and that led to him causing this act. We'll find out. We'll find out more as the couple weeks go by, because it has only been 5 or 6 days. So we'll find out more.
It's not about Tyler. I don't want to sound like the crazy person, but it's not about Tyler. Do you know Pam Bondi got on Fox News and literally said out of her mouth that anyone speaking ill of Charlie Kirk should be fired, that their employer should fire them. Basically said that they were going after quote unquote hate speech, right? Now, hate speech for them isn't people saying stuff like prowling blacks or, black women lack brain processing power, or is not saying that, black people shouldn't get jobs because we're not qualified, all that nonsense. That's not hate speech to them. Hate speech is saying, oh, well, you know what, I'm indifferent to CK dying, unaliving. That's hate speech to them.
Several people have lost their jobs already about this.
It is exactly, even in the military. Even I had a young lady come up on the panel last night to talk about how the governor of her state sent out a letter saying that they couldn't talk about it, and that if they did say anything disparaging, anything basically other than praise for CK, they could lose their job. She talked about how, like, she's a teacher. She talked about how, like, they're trying to get them all to go to a visual for him. I hope I said that right. A visual? I don't know. I'm like, they can't do that. That's absolutely insane. But yeah, and that's what we're dealing with. She tried to walk it back, saying that it was only in regards to acts of violence, but we all know that is a slippery slope. Hey guys, when it comes to me pronouncing words, like if you just put the word in the chat, that doesn't help me. You have to like break it out. Like you have to phonetically do it. Thanks. I appreciate y'all.
It's right.
Hold
it's
on.
vigil.
Hold on.
Like a
Somebody said they're selling tickets to us. If you don't, no fucking way. No, the fuck they're not. Ain't no motherfucking way. Hold on.
I believe it. Ashton's saying though that the government departments were sending out emails about mourning Kirk, which apparently violates the Hatch Act. Ashton's super smart and has a giant big brain, so I trust Ashton. But that's weird to me. Why is the government emailing everybody about a podcaster?
They were selling tickets, but now you can get 2 free tickets. I hate that I live in Arizona. I don't even want to say how close I am to that damn stadium, y'all. Like I'm not gonna dox myself, but yeah. Anywho, I think I just did. I need to take a nap.
I'm trying to find this information about selling the tickets. Give me a second. What's going on, Dan?
Oh my God, Dan is here.
Hey everybody. Hey Erica, Izzy, Martina.
Hi, Erica.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, Mac. Say hi to Nikita too.
Hi, Mac.
Nikita, I don't think I have met Nikita before. But I will
Nikita's
drop
a
a follow.
delight.
Me too.
Nice to meet you, Nikita.
You too. I am body doubling with you guys because I just had the worst day of my life yesterday.
That is unfortunate. Talk more about that later. So what I'm seeing here is that you can reserve up to 2 tickets free, and then the rest is first come, first serve. Ticket reservations are first come, first serve. So I guess if you have more than 2 people, then you would have to pay for those individuals. I heard Don Melk funded you. I don't even know who the fuck that is. To clarify, they're giving 2 free in reserve, but people are selling. Gotcha. Oh, people are selling them. Okay, well, yeah, I expect that from people.
Oh,
They're
that's
shitty.
gross. Who the hell is
Yeah.
Don Mel?
Thank you, Margs, for the $10 on the Schmendo. All I'm saying is that I know
Oh.
defense attorneys and his should have a field day with them announcing all of this info before the trial. I mean, I guess that much can be. I don't know. I think it's interesting how they were framing it and what they're choosing to let out. I think that part's interesting. But yeah, to my knowledge, I don't know if this violating anything, but it could be. I don't know. I'm not a fucking lawyer. But W's to Margs in the chat, y'all. W's to Margs in the chat. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Dan.
Don Melk is Dan's alter ego.
Yeah, that's the version of me that gets paid by the DNC, according
Yes.
to Daniverse lore. Okay, so really quick, I just came up to comment on what was being discussed before about like what is and isn't considered hate speech by the current administration, and there really is a Charlie Kirk tweet for everything. So this is from May 2nd, 2024, from Charlie Kirk. Hate speech does not exist legally in America. There's ugly speech, there's gross speech, there's evil speech, and all of it is protected by the First Amendment. Keep America free. So for those that want to honor Charlie's wishes, stop harassing people that might be celebrating. I understand that's ugly speech to you, but leave them alone. Stop being upset that people aren't empathetic. Charlie doesn't like that. Okay, if you want to honor Charlie's memory, follow his ideals. And in that case, you should be totally okay with this, just like you were with every other school shooting. So anyway, that's all. Just wanted to pop in with yet another Charlie Kirk tweet. There's one for everyone, no matter what, it seems.
6,000%. I appreciate y'all. If you're not following Dan Malik, make better decisions with your life. Absolutely give him a follow. Fantastic creator. I'm not going to drop you down. I think you could do it, Dan. Appreciate you coming up, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No,
everybody.
You as well. Izzy,
Hi, Dan.
what do you got?
I heard Erica talking about the military side of it. Just wanted to give a little bit of clarity with that. If you are a service member, then the scope of the First Amendment for you is narrowed. So if like Secretary of War, for instance, determines that it is against the good order and conduct of of a service member, then they can say, hey, you're not allowed to say or do these things. Kind of like when I was stationed up in Alaska, we had soldiers who were given Article 15s for attending BLM protests. And part of that was also due to the fact that they were wearing like unit specific gear. So it was easily identifiable. Hey, this person is in the military. This is seen as an endorsement of this type of thing.
We are over the time. I was supposed to be live, but we can chill out for a couple more minutes. Guys, we're not at 100K likes. We're at an hour and 8 minutes. There's 582 people in the live here. So if all 585 of you get to power tapping that screen, we can easily get up to 200K likes, I would argue. We can do so within the next 20 minutes. So double tap that screen, show the algorithm you want to be here while we're having these conversations. We just played the live stream of the latest updates on Charlie Kirk's unaliving, where they allegedly read text messages, gave testimonies from family members that seem awfully biased, but you may request up and we can have those conversations here. In the meantime, between time, the rest of you show the algorithm that you want to be here. Do the taps, do the things. I'm about to pin the gift goal, so let's knock that out. Carry on, Izzy. Oh, and follow me if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it.
Izzy, before you go start, can I just say something really quick? Because I'm doing a back and forth thing in the comments. It was requested that we talk about the unalivings of the 2 young men in Mississippi by someone. And if I'm wrong, the person can definitely correct me, or they can
Hi,
request that.
Rihanna.
But it gave this sense of that we're not talking about the things that are important. That's what it gave, as if these matters are mutually exclusive, and that if we're only talking about this, it must mean that we don't care about the other. That isn't the case. Hector and I spoke about the 2 in detail last night on my platform, about the 2 young men who sadly unalived yesterday in Mississippi, that were strange fruited. We definitely talked about that. We definitely care about those young men losing their lives. And with that being said, unless there's new information, again, we can let people know about it. We can let people know about it, but Hector isn't one to do speculation. All right. And
Thank you,
again,
Julie.
I
Thank you,
was
Truman.
told that I can't speculate because people listen to me. Do I have suspicions? Yes, I have suspicions. Will I voice those suspicions publicly? No, not at this time. We have to, yes, there were 2, one at Delta State University and one in Vicksburg. Yes, Rish.
Oh,
And
listen, I
so,
don't do
yeah.
speculation is one thing. Speculation, one thing. I don't like it when people say things as definitive fact. But listen, here's my speculation. Here's my
Here we go.
suspicion. The day after Charlie Kirk was unalive, 7 HBCUs were threatened. Several days after that, we now have 2 people swinging from objects from their neck, and they're black men. So, I'm speculating that those 2 things may be very much fucking related. I'm speculating
I agree with Hector.
that hate crimes may go up for a particular community because for some reason, when people think of Charlie Kirk hating and stuff, they think of niggas. That's my speculation. TikTok, I am not saying this for certainty. I'm just sharing an opinion. Do not come from my black ass.
I agree with Hector. All right, sorry about that, Izzy. I'll be quiet now.
Oh no, you're good. I was just wanting to address like the military aspect of it. And
Oh, we gotta correct information. The second guy was white. The second guy was white.
Who
Cody.
was
I think his name was Cody. The one in Vicksburg.
who was
He was
the
white.
word?
Yeah, who was Analia. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you know the word. Strange
Got you.
fruited.
Oh God.
Corey. Thank you, Corey.
Yes.
Corey, last name Zacchaeus. Good God, I couldn't think of that man's name.
Someone said he was homeless. Does anyone know his name? Someone said he was biracial. Hold on.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what happens when you start to speculate. See what I mean?
Corey Zukatis. I'm pasting it in chat right now.
So Zukatis.
Yes.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
what
looking for the
happens.
information. Let's see.
That's why I like having all the facts. Not all the facts, as many facts as possible.
I see him. Yeah, Cleveland and Vicksburg. What I'm trying to find out specifically is what y'all said about him being biracial, because he looks very. Did y'all say biracial or bisexual? Hold on, am I reading that wrong?
He looks very YT, but it might be because he was homeless.
I don't know. The picture I'm looking at, that don't look biracial to me.
That's a white man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
I don't
looks
know where
very-
y'all got that from. This looks. Never mind. Okay. So, I see somebody in the request. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second.
I think there's a thought that he may have been targeted for being homeless.
No, that is diabolical.
That's scary as fuck. All of this
Well,
is a lot.
have you seen the Fox News host who thought that
Yes.
we should, off the
And he
homeless
still has
people?
a job, but Dodd doesn't have a job. I want you all to realize that.
No, guys, he came
still
out
has
and
a
he
job.
apologized. He apologized for his insensitive words, and it's okay now. Everything's perfectly fine about a Fox News host going on live television and saying that we should. I don't even know if I can say the words, and I don't even know if I can play the clip for you guys.
Involuntary. Can I say?
Yeah.
I'll say it.
I'll post it in Discord. I'll post it in the Discord for you guys.
Involuntary jabs of nasty stuff.
As in Kabukian?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hey,
so
guys.
okay, gotcha.
Shauna!
Hey, very quickly.
I know
before
Izzy mad at
goes.
me. I'm sorry, Izzy.
No. Very quickly before Izzy goes. So there's a lot of misinformation being spread about the second man who was, I don't know how to say it, on TikTok. So there's a picture being spread of a biracial man by the name of Galvin Fortenberry who died back in August. That's not him. That's being spread like wildfire on TikTok, Facebook, etc., on all social media platforms. The man who was in the woods near the casino who was homeless, he is 1,000% white. So I just want to just clear that up. Galvin Fortenberry is the biracial man that's spreading like wildfire next to the young man from the university. They have the pictures of Jason side by side. I don't know why the media and news outlets are sharing that picture. It's so irresponsible. I think everybody's just trying to be the first one with, the news or whatever. You guys know how that goes. But it's not him. This is like the misinformation is fucking wild right now.
Thank you so much for that, Shauna, because I sure was like, huh? What the hell? People here is biracial.
No, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop down, but I just wanted to say that very quickly because it's driving me crazy that I get we're all charged up, we're all emotional, especially when there's something like that happens. But I don't want the narrative to keep saying it was two black men when it wasn't. And it shouldn't matter. No one should go through that. I'm just saying that that's the narrative that's being pushed now, that it was two black men and people are upset.
6,000%. Thank you very much, Shauna, for coming up. I appreciate you. If you're not following Shauna just because, well, actually, maybe not. You don't have social media like that. All right. Let's get you
I
over here,
am
Shauna.
going to unbox my new Chun-Li statue, so if anybody wants to see that in a couple of days.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Absolutely. I was about to say, that would be fantastic. I'm down for that shit.
Okay, I'll let you guys know. Bye.
Bye. Guys, those of you who haven't seen the clip of the Fox News host saying that egregious shit that he did, I just posted that link in the Discord from an Instagram reel or short. It's a couple seconds, but there's no fucking context before or after that backs up or proves anything. So don't ask me for it. Whose mic is fucking up?
It's Granny.
Granny, you there?
They have one bar and they're not loaded on my end.
Yeah.
They're loaded on my end, but I'm not hearing anything, so I'm just gonna... Yeah. That was annoying. It's still doing it. Hold on. Is it me?
No, because Granny still shows us on the panel. It's the weirdest thing ever. It might be you.
I don't know. I don't know who it was.
Okay,
In any case, Izzy, did you have anything else?
See you, Nikita.
No, not really.
Can y'all hear me?
Bye, Nikita.
No,
Hi,
my sound
everyone.
cut out.
Hector,
Why
I
did my
think,
sound cut out?
oh, okay.
Can you
Please,
hear
I
us,
literally can't
Hector?
hear y'all. Hold on. Y'all talk while I'm figuring this shit out.
please tell Hector that I will be back. Well, not back, but I will tell him what's going on later. But all the love to all of you, and please, if you can, if you have me on Discord, send me pictures of your pets. Thank you.
Okay.
And that goes doubly for you. I want at least 10 pictures of Bam Bam. Please.
Of our
I can't hear y'all.
Yes.
What the
I want
fuck?
pictures of your pets. Because I am feeling like...
I want pictures of your pets because I am feeling like.
Now we have an echo.
Bye.
Hey, see you, Nikita.
Bye, Nikita.
I wanted to, Izzy, I think you'll like this. So you know Bubba is 11, and so yesterday after school, his teacher told me that he didn't make his day because he goes to a specialized school and whatever, but he didn't make his day because he was looking up birds, and I was like, okay. All right, you weren't supposed to be doing that. You were off task. All right, whatever. Like, don't do that again. Come to find out, Bubba was looking up the booby bird and the great tit. And I was like, Bubba, why would you look up these words? Those birds, I was like, those birds don't even exist. I said, those birds don't even exist. So he gets out his phone and he pulls it up. There's a bird called the great tit. It's actually a really adorable bird. And there's
Yeah.
also a bird called the booby.
Yeah.
Also adorable.
It's showing
Yeah.
my mic is working, but I cannot hear y'all, so I'm not sure what the fuck happened.
I love that kid. He's so fun.
Hey everyone.
Hey, Quad.
Message for the chat. We have to be careful of the things that we say in the chats now, in the comments now, because TikTok is very different now. So be mindful when you are in people panels or in people lives. The things you say in the chat can reflect back to the person that is hosting the live. So we have to be mindful so we can protect everybody's lives.
That was so cryptic. Do we have a list of things that we can't say?
I'm not sure. I just know, like, Dave Talk, another friendly, got shut down because people were saying crazy things in his live. Like, he got shut down one night. So TikTok is, like, real different now.
TikTok when they put the new moderation thing in, half my videos were set to 18 plus for no reason. I had to appeal all of them. BCB, are you here? Because you don't look loaded, but you're taking up a space.
I'm here. I see his name and his box light up, but don't see him.
You can't hear me?
Yeah,
I hear you. Weird. Your box is just empty. You're see-through.
We're talking about that press conference.
Yeah, you sound kind of far away, BC.
Hold on.
Step into the mic.
Erica, that's one of my favorite stories that I've heard all week. Thank you so much for that, by the way.
You are welcome. I have like so many. Like Bubba also compares going to school to being the kid equivalent of paying taxes and paying bills.
Okay, but is he wrong? Is he wrong?
He is not wrong.
He should
What do
say
you mean?
every morning he would say, "I'm heading to the salt mines."
What'd that mean?
It's just like going to work.
Oh. Like, I don't know.
Doing the
Yeah.
labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Like
that's
post
stipend. That's
PhD?
stipend currently.
Yeah,
isn't
once
it?
you have post PhD, is the money gonna be worth it?
Depends on what PhD you get.
Oh. The PhD you're getting. Is it gonna be worth it, Martina?
I'd have to pick one to get first.
Oh Lord Jesus. I thought you were in your program right
I
now.
thought you were in it. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, that's so awesome.
I'm saying I'm thinking about it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's freaking awesome.
All right,
what are you
I'm gonna drop
considering?
y'all. Love y'all.
Bye, Naquan. Yeah, Naquan is unloaded in.
Yeah, I've been trying to take a. Yeah, I've been trying to take a break. I am really over MAGA. I'm over the coons crying. Like I'm over all of them. So I've been trying to take a break, but I need to drop down and finish cooking before the broke best friend come home because she don't understand. I be tired.
Oh, love to you and your broke best friend.
2 more years. 2 more years. I'm running away. I'm going to the west side of Wakanda.
Naquan.
Yeah, Naquan's mic was still showing as muted, but also is just I just saw the neck of that mannequin in place of Naquan.
I just see the neck of that mannequin in place of you.
Oh man.
Or well, like the bottom of the neck and the top of the letters. I gotta say, TikTok Studio is just not
Glitchy.
Not good.
It was
Erica,
so
do you
funny.
use TikTok Studio?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no,
No.
it's garbage.
You
Yeah,
won't get
Erica
me.
looks muted.
You won't get me. No, it was funny the way I don't know if it was Izzy or BCB, but when they said mannequin, I thought they said man again, and I was like, that man again? Who? What are we talking about? Like, who you saw? You saw Izzy's neck? I'm so confused. It's a
Show
nap
it to
time moment.
Mama, there go that man.
Again.
Again. Yeah, right.
Do you think Hector can hear us yet?
I don't know.
Well,
He definitely can't
he
hear us
didn't
yet.
nod at that, yeah.
Hector, your bald head shines bright like a diamond, and it fits you perfectly. Your head is proportional to your body.
Well, I know that's a lie.
Why are we lying to Hector?
Yeah, that's not
I'm
right.
sorry. You all may be mean to Hector, but I am never mean to Hector.
I mean, it's not necessarily mean to just be honest about his 50 head. It's fine.
Messed up.
There it is. That was
Uh-oh.
annoying. I think
Hello.
I heard you talking
Said only the
shit.
best.
I think I heard you talking shit. So with that being said, guys, double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Let's get up to 150K at least. 150K at least. Before we end the live. If there's anyone else outside of those two who would like to share their opinions before we end the live, you're more than welcome to. But let's get up to 150K likes before we wrap it up here. What'd I miss, Erica?
I was just telling stories about Bubba. Did you miss the story about Bubba?
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. Nothing y'all said.
Oh. Yeah, he was looking up birds at school. And he was looking up the booby bird and the great tit bird. Those
Who's
are real
BCB?
birds. I don't know,
Who
but
am I?
he's hanging.
I'm an MBW person. Homie. I don't know.
Brett!
Hey,
Has he
Hector
said
said I
anything?
could share my opinions.
I'm talking.
Oh Lord, here we go. It's BCB.
Hold on,
Jordan
Brett.
and
Hold on, Brett.
Chaos need therapy.
Did BCB say anything when I couldn't hear anything? Or you just been sitting up here?
No, BCB gets to share his opinions and then Brett, but I feel like Brett is gonna come say something slanderous.
Oh yeah, Brett's
You
gonna
want
be
me to drop
messy.
him now?
No, it's okay. BCB,
Okay.
say your piece.
I don't know. From that news conference, obviously, I guess we're getting more information, at least from what they're saying, right? So it is highly problematic. There's obviously no substantiation that he was. Okay. So we had Vance and Stephen Miller yesterday on Charlie Kirk's podcast. Talking
it was
shit
weird.
and saying that they are going after NGOs and they're going to use every lever of the DOJ and Homeland Security and stuff to go after, paraphrasing, but quote unquote indoctrinators, right? On the left, which so far no one has actually given any evidence that anyone really influenced them, potentially outside of just living life and being in the real world and seeing cruelty around him, right? And I mean, just his mom being quoted as saying that he got more into LGBTQIA rights and stuff.
And to
But
be clear,
there,
I do not want to consider the family to be the most credible because the last live we held, y'all remember the last one where we did the interview with the grandma? Y'all remember how batshit crazy the fucking grandma was? Friendly reminder. Anyways, go ahead.
Time out. You interviewed the grandma?
No, the Daily Mail, and then we read it.
Oh. Oh, I'm about to say, Hector, how come
I
I
thought you
didn't know
said
about
that too.
this?
That was gonna be great.
Oh, I may have misspoke. My apologies.
No, you're fine. I mean, yeah, at the same time, I mean, legally, it's all hearsay either way. I mean, I guess the evidence that they have are the text messages, right? Which I think he has his arraignment in 2 hours. I think they said 4 o'clock. Oh, well, no, I
Yeah.
guess it's in 3 hours because it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock Mountain Time, which will be live streamed, supposedly. That's what they said, right? Like, go to Utah State Courts or something and you can live stream it. So we'll see. We'll see what he pleads, obviously, because as far as what we've heard separately, he wouldn't the attorney wouldn't comment on it during the press conference. But what we've heard is that he has been very uncooperative since going into custody. So the text messages obviously are damning, and I know we speculation of if he was a groiper, if he was on the left, or if he's just a incel gamer, to be honestly, which I think is probably more plausible than anything.
I agree.
It's still wait and see, but also, I mean, the attorney specifically said we're not sharing certain things or going beyond this necessarily because we don't want to taint the jury pool. Because he reiterated, I think a couple times, his utmost passion about upholding the Constitution, the right to due process, a speedy trial, a fair trial. He's innocent until proven guilty and found guilty by a jury of his peers. If that being the case, then Trump and Vance and anyone else
Thank you, Miss Puff.
needs to shut the fuck up.
They're not.
They need to shut up. I know they're not going to.
6,000%.
I know they're not going to, but like that's the standard that we should be. Like I was on a live yesterday and someone was like, I'm not calling out Trump because Trump is Trump. It's like, no, we still have to call Trump out. You can't say Trump is just Trump or MAGA is just MAGA. You still have to hold everyone accountable for for being abnormal, for violating norms, for violating everything and shifting the Overton window. And I was on a panel earlier and we were talking about, like, people were going around, they're like, yeah, I feel like I've been radicalized. I feel like I've been radicalized, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't think we are radical. I think the problem is that on an x-axis, Trump especially, but Trump and MAGA have been moving the Overton window incrementally and sometimes abruptly farther to the right, where we may be stationary on that x-axis, but because of the shifting of the norms and normalizing things that are not normal and shifting that Overton window, we are farther to the left than what they are normalizing.
Yeah,
and so
fact
we
of
are
the
not
matter is
radicals.
we're pretty center here in the United States. Center right, actually. That's true.
Right. Like we aren't like, we're not radicals. We're just actually holding to what should be normal and also holding people accountable for things that aren't normal. So
6,000%. All right, I'm going to go ahead and drop you down. Appreciate you coming up, sharing your piece, man.
Sure, appreciate you, Brandon.
What do you got, Brett?
The fact that you got a big ass head.
I knew it. I just knew it was coming.
I
knew it was coming.
I barely came in. I don't know shit about fuck, but I do know that like your head's the reason for the fucking tidal waves and shit happening. You get too close to a goddamn beach.
This is why we lost the election. Thank you, Shay Lu, for the. I guess we don't. What are the other Dinies? The 20 coin Dinies, not the 10 coin Dinies. Because I know the
tiny
10
tiny
coin
hot
Dinies are
dogs.
tiny hot dog Dinies. I'm just calling them hot
Yeah,
dog
tiny
Dinies.
tiny hot dogs.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Those.
Hey, Erica,
Hey, Brett.
why you lie to Hector?
What do you mean why I like to Hector? What are you talking about?
Earlier you said his head was perfectly proportional.
It is. It's proportional. Have you ever? You met Hector before?
Yes. Have you seen him run?
Thank you, Parkers.
Have you?
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Raven. Thank you,
Oh, that's
Rachel.
fucked up, bro.
Thank you, Shay Lu.
Actually, yes, I have seen him run.
It's
I
fucked,
also
didn't
seen
it?
him speed walk out of a strip club. On game.
The problem is that Hector
Allegedly.
don't really run. He just leans his forehead forward and the momentum takes him.
Jesus, why y'all? You have to stop, Brett.
Lil Drip, what do you got?
Hello?
Lil
Can you
Drip?
hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to ask a quick question. Are you going to be putting this live on YouTube?
I believe so.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to yeah. Bye.
Is that your rap name? Is that? I don't know if that was his rap name. And then I was gonna ask her to spit like a hot 8. No,
what?
a hot 8. Give us 8 bars. His name was Lil Drippy. Was it his rap name? Now we'll never know.
No,
We'll never know.
no. I'm gonna tell you sex or something. Never mind.
Thank y'all for knocking out the gift goal. Let's get out 2 more people in the request, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you to everyone who was tapping, got us up to over 150K likes. Y'all can really get us up to 200K, but you're playing games with your boy, and I don't want to wait on you. So let's do one that's...
Wait, Izzy said that it was homophobia. I learn new stuff about people every day. I didn't know that.
Wait, Erica, I need the dirt, Erica. I need the dirt
What dirt?
of him running out of the place.
Allegedly.
He said allegedly, bro. I don't know. He said allegedly.
We friends on Discord. Don't listen to Hector. We friends on Discord.
Allegedly.
I need the dirt.
I don't even know what you're talking about no more.
I just wanted to come up here and say that I have a leg up on the white man right now because I'm on top of Brett. The hell is this on top of me?
Mr. Bowers, what do you got?
Mr. Bowers is gone.
Oh, okay. What do you got, Martina? I know you wanted to plug something.
Yeah, just the 2 upcoming days of national action. On the 20th of this month, there's going to be the Make Billionaires Pay National Day of Action. You can go to Women's March or any of the other co-sponsoring organizations, or I think it's either the first or second Schmayo. I don't know what we can say on this app anymore. And then October 18th is going to be the next National Day of No Kings. So September 20th, October 18th, those are your next 2 massive days for marches. If you're looking for them, Hector, I put the links in live chat as well if you want to add them to your tree. But yeah, get out there, be in the streets, and get connected to your local organizations if you haven't gotten connected yet. If for some reason you're differently abled and can't go out and be in the streets, all these organizations also have ways that you can support remotely. So still go look up who's sponsoring locally, get in touch with them, get involved, because local communities of support that sustain beyond just our marches every month are going to be incredibly important going forward. That's it.
I will add on to
Thanks,
that.
Martina.
I will add on to that. As somebody that do protest, I'm safe where I'm at. If you are in one of these heavily red areas and this protest is going on, it is okay to be scared not to go. Because Clearly, we seen the stuff that they're saying. So, if you're in one of these heavily red areas, you do not have to be obligated to go. There is other ways to support. There's other ways. Think about your safety before you go out. I'm in New York. We don't get crazy up here like that when it comes to protests. But you got places like Texas that says it's okay to mow down. Is it Texas or Florida? One of these red goddamn clown states says it's okay to mow down people that's in the street blocking your way. Think before going out. Be safe.
Yeah,
Your
I
life is
I was just gonna say, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get to 200K. We still have 393 people in here. Let's get to 200K. But I was just going to say, personally, I will not be attending the October 18th protests. I feel that we're still currently in an at-ease period in light of all these other events taking place. But I do think people are waiting and looking for opportunities to strike on leftists and Democrats. So putting myself in a public area surrounded by people to where I can't get away and all those things. And I want to be clear, because this was kind of the same sentiment of the previous protests that I've been at, particularly in the black community, like just like black people should sit their ass at home, right? And I didn't. I absolutely did. I do think the circumstances surrounding those were slightly different to now. So if you choose to go to a protest, by all means, I would love to live in a world where no action should stop us from free speech and being able to express ourselves at the protests and fight for what's right and scream and cry. However, I would not advise it currently. I especially wouldn't advise it currently if you're black. Honestly, I'm mostly concerned about black people going. Yes, go ahead.
I just want to say, and I mean this, I really mean this with every fiber in my being. Black people, keep your black asses at home. Keep your black ass at home. I absolutely mean it. Don't carry your black ass out there. Don't do it. And to the white folks, Godspeed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Keep your black ass at home.
I will mostly agree with her.
Probably.
You're going? This nigga don't listen.
Mother boy. Niggas love to fuck around and find out, I swear. What are we doing?
Okay,
But look
so
where I'm at. I'm in New York. Like I'm good in New York. If I was not in New York, then no, I would not be going.
No, Gabby's saying it's always
I'm
one.
100% sure.
Gabby, it's always
oh shit, that's funny.
So fucking
That's
right.
hilarious.
Like New York, the chances of anything happening in New York is slim. Oh, also, while we're speaking about New York,
no. What do you mean the chances are slim in New York? Based off of what?
off of the history.
History?
Bruh.
Yes. I might go, I might not. I'm undecided right now.
Be
The
undecided.
The mass marches don't have the smaller marches have had bad interactions with riot police. The mass marches, they don't see the same level of like messiness from the police, and it's a serious issue and conversation to be had.
And they coming after your ass in the comments, dog. Kit, I did see your message. Hold on. Everlasting said he's the type of black person who says, "Yeah, I'm gonna play that role in the horror movie." That's diabolical.
That's what I was about to read.
So I don't think, I don't think we should be using history to say something wouldn't happen here or there. I think that's very dangerous. I will stand on the fact that you as a black person have full bodily autonomy and your ancestors fought for the rights for you to go out and protest. But I will also align myself with Erica when it comes to this one specifically. I don't think none of you niggas should be outside. I'm sorry.
The
I don't think
tension
none of you
is what I
niggas
see.
should be outside at all.
Can I also say, if you're
It's the
visibly
tension
queer,
in the air
to my
that got me on ears of going.
Go ahead, Kit.
to my queer community, if you are visibly queer, please also don't go out there. Just like they're trying to pin it on those of us in the trans community. No matter what we say or what facts we come up with, they're going to continue to do so. If you are visibly queer, please don't put yourself in harm's way.
Exactly. Before we even knew what was what and who was who, we already know what they ran with in light of the last person who admittedly was trans. But they automatically now, please understand, they're now painting every single person, including the individuals who committed some crimes that were non-binary. They're now saying this is all a part of that umbrella. So I honestly, I would say the same energy I would have for Black people would be the same energy I have for trans people, specifically in the LGBTQIA plus community. Watch your backs. If you look like the most regular, degular, stereotypically historical, patriarchal, cis-het man and cis-het woman,
wow.
Godspeed to you. Be careful. Good luck. Everyone else, sit your ass at the house. I don't know what else to tell you. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just saying, look at what happened moments after this thing took place last week. Look what happened moments after. So we know who's going to get the brunt of this shit.
Singling me out.
Sir, we already went over this. Brett Cross is not that white, so as far as I'm concerned, he should be in the house too.
Did you change your perspective after the Kirk thing, or is it because of the size or something else?
Change my perspective?
I know. Well, you went out for protests a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, all those were just. Wait, hold on, ask me. Hold on. So yeah. Personally, I never fully understood. Actually, I won't get into that. So yeah, I went to the last couple protests. I'd never felt unsafe or anything of that nature, and it was just a thing. But specifically because of Charlie Kirk, specifically because of the threats to the HBCUs, because of this weird situation in Mississippi and everything else going on, I think the climate is just too risky right now for marginalized people to be out and protesting. I think that fight this time around for certainty should be left to everyone else.
I also want to remind y'all, even in those cities where we think we're safe, like I'm in Portland, Oregon, here and Seattle, Washington, during the Black Lives Matter protests, we still had people driving into crowds of protesters, even in these very blue cities, in these very blue states. So I don't know what Naquan's talking about, because here over on the West Coast, I saw it happen in my city, and I saw it happen up in Seattle. Just be aware that people are looking for excuses to hurt anyone on our side of the aisle who's going against their cult leader.
Yep. And like my dad says, to be aware is to be alive.
That part.
No, I am. Let me clarify. I am on edge because of the last few things that happened over the last few weeks, like the white man that pretty much wanted to go pew pew up 20 black freaking preschoolers. The threats to the historically black colleges. Like I am on edge. Don't get me wrong, but the odds in my city it's fairly low. I'm not gonna say nothing can't happen, but it's fairly low. I may or may not go. Don't know yet.
I don't give a. You know what? MLK and MX fought for your right to go out and do what you need to do. I'll share my other thoughts internally.
They fought for you to have a choice
in Discord. That's all I'm gonna say.
They
I
fought
do
for you
want
to have a choice.
I do want to
I
go
do
back.
know I'm older than y'all, right?
Nigga, you better
That
choose
don't
to stay
mean
home. That's all I
shit.
got to say.
I do want to go back because I saw Jordan shared a something of a transcript or something someone typed up on X of some of the words or text exchanges that were shared. I do not know if that's official documentation, but I saw something in there that was particularly interesting that I must have missed. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to play the moment in the thing specifically where allegedly, let me find the message here. Let me find the message here. Where did he share it? Where allegedly the person said, the fucking messages are mostly a big meme. I do not remember hearing it, so I'm just going to play it back for everyone else to hear. But Kit, quick rundown of everything that happened. We got a overview of basically step-by-step most of the details from moments before the unaliving to afterwards. We got text exchanges between Tyler Robinson and his alleged transgender partner, where basically in that it was an admittance. I've never seen this TikTok live book before. We're going to set that. And some very weird confirmations from the family members of him becoming pro-gay and trans and all that good stuff. But yeah, after the live, I will be uploading this to YouTube, so expect that within the next hour or two for those who want to run back and watch it. Or if you want to skip that, you can literally go to AP News and check it out. But, you know, some of y'all like my commentary and stuff. But I'm going to find this clip real quick so y'all can talk amongst yourselves. Actually, hold on.
Love you, Hector. I'm going to drop. Bye, Brett. Bye, Naquan. Bye, Martina. Bye, Quit. Have a great day, everyone.
Later, Erica. Guys, if you're not following Erica Shante, make better decision with your motherfucking life. Erica, make a comment so they can see your account. Fantastic creator. She's coming up there on 40K followers, y'all. So let's make that shit happen. Give her a follow if you're here. But hold on, y'all.
Good to see you, Erica.
Individual arose and ran across the roof to the northeast.
Trying to find this part specifically.
This is a
where
custom
he's
seat
reading the
gap strap for
text.
your car. Suitable for almost all models.
Keep doing that, and let's get up to 225K likes.
Each round in the rifle contained an etched ammunition rounds, and it was stated that the following to police and his father.
Now we're talking about the family. We're getting up to the text.
I had the opportunity to take out.
This is where they found the note, allegedly, where he said, I had the opportunity to take him out and I took it.
He's calling me, RN. Not answering. Robinson.
Didn't answer the phone.
Facts. My own family members have pressed me for information.
We're coming up on it.
Preparing search warrants, did a phenomenal job.
Oh my God. Get to the text.
Now, following defendant's first appearance, he will be entitled to a information.
Wait, these are questions. I went too far ahead.
Messages are mostly a big meme. If I
Here it is. Okay. It is confirmed. Okay. So, do you guys want me just to play back him reading all the text messages real quick? You want me to do that now? Or you just want to watch it on the YouTube?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but if everybody else has already heard it, then I can just rewatch it.
I think a lot of people here are new, so I'll go ahead and play that.
I might have circled back. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully.
Okay, still reading text.
Interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to.
Okay, yeah.
Robinson. I am still okay, my love, but.
Accurate.
Lord. The roommate looked under the keyboard and
Here we
found
go.
a note that stated, quote, I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange, then took place. After reading the note, the roommate responded, what? You're joking, right? Robinson, I am...
And the note was where they found, allegedly under the desk, that I have the chance to take out Charlie Kirk. I'm going to take it. That was the note. Carry on.
Still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. Roommate, you weren't the one who did it, right? Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson again, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. IDEK if it's had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints.
Thank you,
I had
Shauna.
to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the F will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The effing messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notice bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke all right. I'm gonna have to leave it. That really effing sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine, IDK. I think that was a $2K scope. Wink, wink. Robinson again, delete this exchange. Again, Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me, RN, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. Robinson, I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Again, you are all I worry about, love. That came from Robinson. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. The search for Robinson's residence. Police executed a search warrant on Robinson's residence. During that...
Okay. That's the entirety of the
Delete this
exchange.
exchange.
Why the fuck will you text it?
Yeah,
But why? Okay, but the wording is weird. Who says delete this exchange? Like, who says that?
like too much stuff sound real fishy. I don't know nobody that's young that say delete this exchange. Delete this message, delete this thread. Yes. Exchange.
I see you, Linz. I'll let you up for a little bit, but I am about to end very soon. I'll give everyone, top to bottom, a chance to say their final words on the topic. And I'll start off by saying, until he gets a lawyer, because we still have no idea if he has one or not, until he gets a lawyer and he denies this or claims not guilty or whatever way, that's the information that we have right now. There's a lot of strange things about it in regards to you relaying all this information to someone. You care about incriminating yourself. However, I do find one part interesting, because if this is all true and valid, he confirmed what people were saying about the messages being memes. And then we would then be able to fairly ascertain what side of the internet that said memes came from. And that wouldn't necessarily be left. So, Nurse Linz, what do you got?
So, I don't know if you've read some of the other stories about this guy. Apparently, he was a genius. Like, he scored in the top 1% for his ACT. If you score in the top 1% for your ACT, how do you not know that deleting a text message doesn't get rid of it forever?
To be fair, that's correct. And then how
You
would
can't delete
trust
stuff
and
like
believe?
that. Like, if he's that smart, there's no way he was. No.
Then why would you trust and believe that the alleged, I'm just going to say roommate, that part we know for sure, the roommate would have deleted it. So I think that was just
Like, telling him
stupid
to
on all
delete
accounts.
Telling him to delete it, telling him that, sorry, I have things going off in the background. Telling him all these things, like, as if it was discoverable. The whole thing is that you have to know that nothing ever gets deleted. We're taught this from a young age. I'm older than you, I believe. And, I was new to the internet, and we were still told nothing gets deleted. Nothing's ever deleted.
The internet is forever. That's what I always remember.
And I was, remember that annoying dial-up sound and DOS? Like, that's where I grew up.
Yeah. Roommate from 4 years ago? No. Current roommate. Devin. Current. Yeah, that's correct. There is a difference between, I guess, a particular level of what we consider smart or genius and street smart, right? There's a lot of people who are book smart, but not common sense smart. Kit, final thoughts.
I've been dealing with my kitty having a injury this morning, so I've missed a lot of this, but this just all seems rather convenient and a really good way for both sides to fight about what side did it, and just to get people wound more up. That's all I can think is like, I don't trust anything that Kash Patel releases either. So there's that. I don't fully know what to say right now. I just love you all, and please be safe.
That's valid. That part of what was released would be different, a little separate from Kash Patel. However, I think we have more than enough valid reasons to be suspicious of some of these things. But to be fair, from what I have seen of Patel, he has been fair, in particular to this investigation, what he's put out. Like, he wasn't one of the people who ran with the trans rhetoric and all those good things. But what's up, Santana?
I just came up for a second to correct some misinformation that was put out on your panel by Erica. So there's that. Well, not misinformation, but just kind of a follow-up. I was listening and then I just had to make a quick video, so I don't know if this was ever really addressed. I heard when you guys were talking about Pam Bondi and what she said about the the hate speech deal. And I know
what they
Dan
said
came up and
specifically?
kind of talked about it. Yeah. So I don't know if you know how the right is, and they're gonna immediately push back on people about this. Pam Bondi did follow up and kind of clean up what she was saying, because in the interview with Katie Miller, she was just saying, yeah, hate speech, and then she kind of hinted at violence and blah blah blah. But when questioned about it again, she said that specifically what she was talking about is hate speech that leads to violence or incites violence is not protected under the First Amendment right. Now, she was getting backlash from both the left and the right about her premise that she would actually lock people up for hate speech. But she tried to clean it up and say that she's not just talking about the actual speech, but speech that incites violence, and specifically by groups that are looking to weaponize the speech to cause violence. So
6,000%. And guys, thank you for that, Santana. We do have to be. We have to be. I cannot stress this enough, especially in light of all these events, all the lives and people making videos and stuff I've seen of just folks running with literally anything and everything the second they hear it. Especially when we specifically say they literally said this and they literally said that. We do not need to give them any more reasons to try and undermine us, especially considering that they're the embarrassing side, right? So that's what I find very annoying sometimes about having to fact check so many things from our side, is that we're already typically more right than them. When I say right, I mean accurate. So it's embarrassing when the right has to check us on stuff we say. You know what I mean? Like that's Like, I've been caught so many times on my own panel during debates and stuff. Like, I've accidentally slipped up and said some things and the MAGA checks me. That's not a good fucking feeling. I do my best to ensure that no one on their side has to correct me about anything. So we have to be very careful about how we phrase things.
Yeah, no, and I think it's our responsibility. And I mean, I heard her talking about why she can't, or Erica talking about why she can't do conspiracy theories on live. And like, I think we have an obligation to deliver information as factual and up to date as possible. So we may want to run with things or, hone in on certain things, but we always like, if we're gonna hold other people accountable and make sure that other people are being truthful, we have to do the same, to us and on our side and everything. And so whenever there's new information, we have to update that information. It doesn't help that they pivot better than like AI and a crossover, but there's that.
So I got a question for everybody. I got a question for everybody. So does that mean she's gonna target that group that's screaming out "white men fight back"?
No.
That's inciting violence.
She
No,
was
it's not.
specific about the fact that it's the people on the left. Like, she said that over and over and over, and she kept talking about how it's the people on the left. Because I went back to listen to like the interview, and then even her follow up. But she kept talking about like it's the people on the left. It's the left that's doing this. It's the left that's doing this, and they want to target the left leaning groups. So they're not talking about the right. They're talking about the left. And she even kept telling people like, hey, go to your local turning point. Young people become conservative activists. Like, it's a whole thing.
But if we look at sorry, Hector, if we look at the top, out of the top 15, 13 of them are far right hate groups.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to say, and that's something I actually need to go clip up now. There's a very interesting portion of Kash Patel's Senate hearing today, where this Republican just went off and went over all these crimes that was alleged by leftists. And what was particularly interesting about it is that he mentioned Thomas Matthew Crooks, who, if anything, we have no fucking idea what he was outside of the fact that he was a registered Republican. But he cited that specifically as left violence. So I'm going to be covering that and all the other things that he claimed, because it was very interesting how he completely ignored Melissa Hortman. Even one of the Tesla. Didn't we have a couple Tesla BOMBINGS earlier in the year that they tried to say were leftists, and then we come to find out many of them were not. Trump making all these posts and tweets the second it happened, claiming this when actually one of the dudes was a fucking maniac. So we'll get into that, or I'll make a video about it later at some point. But Martina, final thoughts.
Real quick, I'm about to get out of here because I got to run. FYI as well, TikTok, the ban just got extended until December the 16th, in case you guys didn't see that.
Oh yeah, that was a given. Trump spoke about extending it, so that was expected. I don't know. That's another thing I'll say real quick, guys. Can we? First off, there was the fear mongering with the new TikTok terms of service. Y'all really was out here saying, we can't talk about politics anymore. We can't criticize any politician. And that there was a super AI algorithm that was going to go through your profiles and flag you for every video that was out of line and then ban your account. Y'all was saying some crazy shit. And then secondly, the people saying that,
Gonna happen a little bit. I'm on my backup for a reason.
Oh well, yeah, and there was definitely strictness.
And I just got a flag for a video that I posted on September the 16th. Oh wait, hold on. No, holy shit, today's September the 16th. Never mind. I fucked up. That's me.
Yeah, so we know there's been some changes. I'm not denying that it is stricter. I've gotten 3 flags while I've been live here, but it's been the lighter ones. I'm simply saying the people who just went crazy with it are the people that pissed me off. But go ahead, Naquan. Or actually, no. Fuck you. Martina next. I just like telling Naquan to go fuck himself.
Damn. Yeah, I don't. A bunch of my old videos got an 18+ restriction put on them when the new algo went in. But yeah, I don't know. I think there's a conversation to have about how algorithms are radicalizing people and how the hell we get to the youth and get some decent, and I've been saying this for a while as someone who works in the tech and AI space, like we We need to figure out how to not be indoctrinating people from such young ages through algorithms that drive them hyper right or hyper left. And I think regardless of what happens here overall, it's clear that this person was deep into internet culture and pretty separated out from society. And that is something we gotta figure out how to correct in the long run, especially as generations start younger and younger inside of these different apps.
That is correct. And that goes for any and all sides. Naquan, final thoughts.
The ADL thing, are you gonna do a video on it? I need to start doing videos. I just hate fucking doing them. I know that should take forever, but that ADL shit need to be put out. That actually shows who's actually doing the violence.
What ADL video?
The stat I sent you. The ADL stat I
mean,
sent you the other day showing that it's
the ADL or otherwise, there are several
just
reports
hate-
out that are showing that this idea that radical left violence is like ruining the country and it's been super prominent is just simply false. The ADL report is one we can use. There was another one that was sent to me the other night. There was the one done by I can't remember the name of them for the life of me. But yeah, it's just we know
Cato
what it is.
which
But
is
guess what?
right leaning.
Yes,
I just sent you.
That was cited. That was cited in Kash Patel's Senate hearing today by what's her name?
What
Was
a
it
lunatic!
Klobuchar?
They're
Or was it
oh
Klobuchar?
yeah.
It
Cato
was cited.
Institute's right leaning. They also did the investigations into the people that were sent to CCOT, and it's overwhelmingly driven by right wing folks. Kit, can you switch to the background that
it's
looks
not
like a
gonna
ghost?
fit.
If you switch to the
What?
background that looks like you're a ghost instead of the straight background, it should resize.
The one like I'm a ghost. Okay, hold on.
Also, again, I will emphasize on this. If you are in a heavily red state, black, white, Hispanic, I don't
No,
care.
it's still not working.
Do not
I don't think I did the right one.
do not go
It's-
out.
Yeah. All right. We're done. So last little notice or PSA, I may be back live tonight. I haven't fully decided yet, or I'm just gonna go be a panel hall. But yeah, if you are not following this account, make sure you follow this account right here. I try to be live for any breaking news and updates such as this, on top of my regularly scheduled lives where we debate Trump supporters and sometimes lefties. So if you like the content and information we provided today, make sure you hit that follow button. I am on the road to 40K and I can't wait to get there. Oh, got you. I'll show that for a second.
Also, while he's doing that, if you can go follow my backup page, because again, MAGA is mass reporting people nowadays. And just in case you can't find this account, my backup page is in my bio.
Yeah.
That's ADL.
There it is. This is the report from the ADL. And this should be even more solidified in some of y'all's minds, especially if you're one of those anti-Semitic people. Like this should really go to show that they're counting everything. They're showing everything.
Kit, I'm gonna send you the up-to-date one that's from 2015 to 2024.
Oh, okay.
Granted, there are much better breakdowns than just this chart here. There's more information in the article that she's citing, but this is just the graph. And you can see it's supported by the Washington Post, but there's several others. Any case, like I said, make sure you're following this account. Also be sure to, and I have to make sure I phrase this in the right way, there are other places where Hector is at with the exact same username, Hector Talks with 2 R's, and all of those places are available in my bio. Link in bio, all of those places with the exact same name, Hector Talks, are available, including the Tube of Utes, where I will be uploading this live after we end it. So expect it in the next hour, hour and a half. This live will be here on the Tube of Utes in the bio. So make sure that you go and subscribe to that. Other great ways to support me is available in there as well. But I will catch you guys later. Great chat. I do want to say this again. Actually, this last part that I will say. One, going back to the correction that I had to go through in regards to my earlier statements, because I did not want to paint this as this person definitively being left, so I apologize for that. However, I will not apologize for saying that anyone who celebrated this unaliving I find a little suspicious. To be clear, you have every fucking right to react to this the way you want to, because that's freedom of speech and freedom of expression. I know a lot of people hate that man. Lord knows I did. But I just cannot get down with celebrating his passing the way that it was, because I think that the whole reason why I will not be going to the October 18th protest is because if I'm to welcome it in for this side, then I'm excusing or opening the door to something like that happening to me. And I would hate when I've been out protesting, when I went out to certain events, for someone to just pop me. So I could care less how I feel about Charlie Kirk and what I think he deserved. I can never justify that type of violence here in this country from either side. And if you do, that's your business. I just can't. Who is celebrating? Oh, Renee. Thank you, Angel. I won't celebrate his death or his life. That part. Renee, my first live I had talking about this, we spent several minutes talking with someone who openly said, I celebrate this, I want more of it. And I've seen several other posts with people specifically citing celebration. There was a comment made by someone that they would, quote, nut to the footage. Was it a joke by this person? Yes, but that shit made me super fucking uncomfortable when I heard it. So please, I see a lot of lies where the MAGA on the right are coming up and saying there are people celebrating it, and their response is, no, there's not. Stop lying. You should more so say, there absolutely is a sector of people on this side that are celebrating it. I denounce them. I denounce that shit. They are also part of the problem, but in a different way. Just keep it real. Just keep it real. Anyways, yeah, we went over that, Blue Heart. We went over the two people, the white man and the black man in Mississippi, in the two different counties, which we will be talking about more, because the chain of events of that happening after Charlie Kirk's unaliving and then the threats to the HBCUs are very interesting. Very interesting. So.
Also, look up September 1st, the white guy in North Carolina that wrote on social media that he was planning on unaliving 20 black.
Why do you add hard R's to everything? What the fuck is social media?
Social media. God damn it. You anti-chocolate god. Enough. But yes, look that up. They didn't report about it until just this week. Just this week. Now, don't make me say Jamaica.
I'll drop you. I swear to God. Here we go. This is Lainey's comment right here. Both Charlie and Tyler made life more dangerous for marginalized people. 6,000%.
Yes. 6,000.
Social media.
Shauna, we people, Shauna. We people.
All right, y'all.
I'm sorry.
Once again, the tube of yours. This will be uploaded there in the next hour and a half. Those of you who missed the information, you can see the full rundown. You could go check out the Associated Press one. I like that I started late because the first couple minutes were just them just talking about how sad it was and all that crap. And then closer to it, we actually got straight to the facts. So that reaction will be up on YouTube in the next hour. Oh, fuck! I gotta end it now. Bye! All right, I'll catch y'all later.